Come on, Tabby. What's going on with your hair? Good morning, everybody. God bless you all. Buddy. YouTube live first so that I can get as many minutes to go toward my watch hours as possible.
If I could give parents any piece of advice right now, it would be don't get an e-bike for your child. The consequences to e-bike accidents are life-changing and deadly.
Okay, let's see. Welcome in, guys. How you doing, Mr. Friend? Oh, it's okay, Mr. Friend. I understand. Don't worry. How are you? How are you feeling today? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. No, I'm just saying that I was talking to Mr. Friend and he been struggling lately. I'm just telling him I'm sorry that he been struggling. Apple Pay? I don't have Apple Pay. I don't have Apple Pay. Gotti, why do you ask? Why do you ask? Trey Man, welcome in. How's it going this morning? Sorry guys, I'm trying to set up my TikTok. I'm from Texas. I'm from Texas. Tabby is from Texas. Where are you from? I'm good, Michelle. I'm doing very good. How are you? How are you doing today? Mm. Something is not right. All right, Blackness, I'll see you. How was everybody's weekend? All right, I'll see you, Mr. Friend. How was everybody's weekend? What did y'all get into? Night shifts? Oh, don't feel like it at all. I can understand that. Have you gotten some rest, Michelle? You been getting rest? Triple OG Don, how's it going? Thank you for the rose. How is it going? How you feeling? It's going great. That's wonderful. Happy Monday, guys. It's Monday, July 20th. We're moving right along through the month. Red Robin, welcome in. My shower broke. Oh, I'm so. What happened with your shower, Michelle? What happened with your shower? How did your shower break? Can't forget about my coffee. It'll get cold. I'll leave it sit up there. Thank you, Scott. Jesus loves you too, and I love Jesus. Supersonic, how you doing? Thank you for the repost. Calypso, welcome in. How you feeling today? How's it going? Don't have a bathtub in the shower head? Oh, I'm so sorry, Michelle. How you doing, Calypso? Welcome in. Volte, how you doing? Good morning. Calypso, you just reached member level number 21. How was your weekend, Calypso? Nothing much. Image, how are you doing? A lot of hair? Thank you. Yeah, I got quite a bit of hair. Good morning to you, Calypso. How you feeling? I got a little bit of hair, just a little bit. My weekend was good. It was busy, but it was good. I like the weekdays because it's kind of chill. Not a whole lot going on. I'm not a person that likes to have a whole lot on my to-do list or schedule list. From Papua New Guinea, welcome in, Robert. How's it going today? I like my days to be pretty chill, you know. Some people like to be busy. They like to be doing stuff. I like to just be chill. Work at my own pace. Emotion, how's it going? Right, a guy, how are you? Motion, how are you doing today? How's it going? How you feeling? Good morning today. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. I hope you have a wonderful day too. I hope you have a wonderful day too. From Zimbabwe. Ooh. Randy Miller, good morning to you. How you feeling? How's it going? Y'all, I want to get something. I'll be right back. Just tap the screen for me, okay? Like the live for Tabby. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Jack, welcome in. How's it going? Alfred, welcome back in. How are you doing today? How's your day going so far? My daughter is out here on her skateboard. Alright, let's see what's going on in the news. What kind of science articles? Mambri, how are you? You guys like science articles? Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, now fall. Thank you for the compliment. Good morning, Gerald. Thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Mike, good morning, darling. Bill, welcome in. Mike, thank you for the heart meeting. How you doing, Mike? Have you gotten sleep or you been awake? Did you get some sleep or you been awake? Just got to the gym? Finna get your workout in. Get hit on by the ladies. You got sleep? I'm good. I did get a little bit of sleep. I kept waking up in the middle of the night, but I got a little bit of sleep. Boo, how's it going? I got a little bit of sleep. Yo-Yo is outside on her skateboard. You came early. Cougar still hibernating? That's funny. Mabri from Papua, Indonesia. I'm doing good, Vernon. I'm doing very good. Jota, welcome back in. Cougar still sleeping? They gonna sniff you out. Mike, they gonna smell you arrive at the gym. They gonna sniff you out. That's so funny. Yeah, they gonna like, Mike has arrived. Them old women, elderly women, they can be aggressive, I bet. Young man, come over here, let me talk to you. Young man. I am from Texas. I'm in America. Young man, let me talk to you real quick. No, that's it. How would a woman, young man, let me talk to you. Young man, I'd like to talk to you. That's how they word it. Brent, thank you for the heart mate. How you doing? I don't mind the cougars. It's the bears that worry me. Good morning, Brent. How y'all doing today? You watching me from Brazil? Well, I appreciate you being here. So Spain won FIFA, right? Get an outfit check. You want to see my outfit? I got on a dress. You want GTA 6? Yes, ma'am. Young man, yeah. If you be needing anything. Young baby, you want me to buy that, you know, that game for you, you know, that y'all be playing. Young man. All right, that game ain't gonna be free, Mike. That game not gonna be free. Mo brother, how's it going? That game not gonna be free. Resting in Jesus, thank you for liking the live. Cyrano, how are you? Thank you for the compliment on my hair. Do I wear heels? Yeah, I wear heels. 13, how's it going? I wear heels. Do you wear heels? Resting in Jesus, how you doing, beautiful? Hello, my fellow sunflower. How you feeling today? What kind? I don't know, whatever kind I like anymore. So I guess they're not cougars, more like contemporary. Yeah, you can follow me. You're not going to the gym? What happened, Mike? Sincere one, how's it going? It's hot?
Yes, it's hot.
Aw. Oh. EJB, good morning to you. How you feeling today, friend? Watching from Borneo Island, Malaysia. Welcome in, Daniel. Good morning to you, EJB. Tell Yaya I enjoyed her message this morning about letting go. She's my twin. I'll tell her. That's Sleeping Beauty. She's still sleeping. Feeling a little better than yesterday. I'm happy to hear it. Listening to Jesus. Thank you, Hardy Chris, for the compliment on my hair. FET, welcome in. Ella, thank you for the heart me. Good morning to you, Alfred. Thank you, Mike. They started early. Enjoying nature, sunshine, and writing today. That's wonderful. That sounds like my idea of fun. Enjoying nature, sunshine, and writing. Paul, welcome in. How's it going? It is blue sky today, but it's not a clear blue. It's kind of like a baby blue. That looks kind of like pollution. But there's no clouds in sight. It's going to be hot this week if you're in Texas. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment on my dress. If you're going to be in Texas or anywhere in the South, please stay hydrated. Zazie Beast, no, Tabby. Thank you guys for the compliments on my hair. Let's look at the weather. Today we will have a high of 98. That's not too bad. Tomorrow 101, Wednesday 99, Thursday 95. It's gonna be hot. Lions getting older than Jurassic. You ain't lying, Mike. This not a wig. This is my hair. I grew it myself. I'm trying to, Eugene. King David, this is my hair. I grew it myself. But I'll take that as a compliment. Lady Ann, we are some Christ followers in here. I'm a believer. I know many of us in here are believers. Yeah. Lady Ann, I see you trying to spread the word, but I don't think that's the way you go about doing it. You know, I don't think anybody will listen to it when you put it like that. I thought we gain believers through love. Caveman, welcome in. Thank you, man. How you been? I'm gonna be a little bit direct with people today. That's not the way you know bring people to Christ, right? Thanks, not block. You don't tell them like that. You lead through your life in love, not like that. A weather reporter, really? No, I never thought about it. You think I'd make a good weather reporter? That's so funny. So EJB, I never really liked being in front of the camera. Now, I'm here. I come on camera with y'all every day. But I've never been one. I don't like pictures being taken of me. Today on the news with Tabby, my mom kind of put it like that yesterday. She was like, people are tuning in every day. kind of like they tuning into their favorite show. And she's like, it's not scripted, it's like in real time. So people like it. I was like, I didn't think about it like that. I'm not playing with them today either. Yeah, I'm gonna be direct with people today. Tim, welcome in. Yeah. So Mike and Brent, cause y'all in Texas. Anybody else in Texas? They were talking about. I seen something on TikTok. It was talking about the housing market, and I can't remember all the specifics. I was half asleep when I was looking at it, but I was reading through the comments. A lot of people leaving Texas. A lot of Texas natives are leaving Texas, and I didn't know. Recently, I saw, and I meant to ask you guys about. I tell y'all about this. They rank Texas as number 2. It's the worst state to live in. You could just think of it as being on TikTok. Tabby Lane is a very plum place. I'm glad you like it. Purple Crocodile, constant welcome in. How you doing, Jasmine? They rank Texas as number 2 for the worst state to live in. So those of y'all in Texas, it's rough out here. That's what they say. Coming into Texas and they're leaving. Yeah, but I know that, like from California, other parts, that has to do with political factors, things changing. But a lot of people that are native Texans that were born here, raised here, they leaving to go to other places. User JT, a lot of people are leaving Texas due to the politics. But I was reading through the comments, on that post, and there's a lot of Texans chiming in, saying they don't want, they trying to leave or they left, or leaving Texas was the best decision. And how much is minimum wage here? 7 something, 7.25. Leaving for North Carolina, Tennessee area. So Bobby, you in Texas too? I would guess some don't like change, some don't like what's being held on to. I love living in Texas despite the political environment. Texas is real corporate friendly. 7.25. Yeah. Also, Texas is number 2. I knew it was in the top 5, but I checked it right before I got on live. It's number 2 for trafficking, for human trafficking. Number 2. That's dangerous. It changes our prices, laws, all sorts of stuff harder than the average person than it used to be. Yeah, people are really struggling. So when I'm out, I pay attention to um, homeless people, right? Um, I'm kind of drawn to the ones that I could tell they're homeless, but they're not asking for money. And when I see those type of people, now I'll give anybody, if they ask, I'll give them, some change, whatever I got, like a few dollars or whatever. But the ones that I see they trying to maintain and they're not asking for money, I'll go and ask them, is there something that you need? What can I get for you right now? Are you hungry? And I saw a woman the other day. She was at a QT, and I think she was trying to find a place to plug into, like charge her phone. But you wouldn't tell unless you paid very close attention that she was homeless. And I'm like, man, I think it has to do with political. But you see a lot of people struggling with homelessness now because the cost of living, everything is so expensive. Food is so expensive. That grocery bill is high. Gas expensive. How are people supposed to live? It is tough in Cali and homelessness are everywhere. Do what I can. That's wonderful, JT. It's just so sad. People, PTSD made me homeless. Oh, bless you. How are you doing now, Specolics? Many are living in their cars. I did for a while in my 20s. You car dwell? A lot of people are car dwelling. You okay now? I'm happy to hear that. Affectionate, welcome in. How you doing? A lot of people do van dwelling, car dwelling, RV campers. Tiny house living is a thing. Yeah, a lot of people are doing car dwelling. They live in their cars and they work jobs. They work jobs. Some of these people, I watch videos on YouTube. Some of these people, they got like 2, 3 jobs and they living in their cars. They get a gym membership so they can go shower and keep themselves clean and stuff. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. Not everybody, it's a good way to save your money. It's a good RV and live. I like that, EJB. I like that. I am from America. I'm in Texas. Homelessness could be wiped out, but they rather give money to Israel for war. Yeah, they rather give money for war than feed the poor. Who said that? Eric, how are you? We see so many homeless, but we see a lot of elderly people going to the hospital and can't leave because no one's going to take care of them. That is sad, too. That is sad. I think tiny homes would be, oh, you guys know. Tupac said it. Yeah, he did. Michael Kid Galaxy got it. Um, I think tiny houses could be a way to it would be effective to combat homelessness to some degree, right? Because at least it would give those people like some shelter, protection from the elements, whatever little valuables or things that they have, they can keep it safe. It'd be, especially for women, homelessness is very dangerous for women. It would give them some place safe. They can sleep. They get a decent amount of rest. Let their guard down. They're not getting expensive. Yeah, they are. My tiny house costs, now granted my tiny home was built with reclaimed wood. It cost 26,000, and that's with the solar and everything. They got luxury tiny homes. They have gone up substantially. That's ridiculous. But if you know how to build, or you know someone that can build, pay them to build a tiny house. Is the only reason for homelessness? Yeah, you're very right about that, EJB. That's why I said to some extent it could help. It could help the people that just can't make ends meet. It would help them. But the people that are dealing with the drug issues and mental health, yeah, that is something, that's a different thing. Yes, I'm from the US. Tritonic, how you doing? Welcome in. How you feeling today? Life with Sports, welcome in. Yeah, it's a lot of homeless that are struggling with mental issues, addiction problems. They might destroy those homes out of retaliation. It's going to be like a tale of two cities. Moved out of NYC to the UK because of Trump's disrespect to our service. I know many veterans who follow. Wow. Mobile homes, yeah, mental health and drugs major issue. How you doing, Life with Sports? Good morning to you, O'Neill. But our veterans, they don't get. Maria is a veteran. When she has to go to the doctor, be seen by the doctor, do certain things, it takes forever. Forever, forever. These people have gone and they have fought for our country, and then they come back home and they have no type of resources. They don't get any type of help that they need. I see a lot of that. I see a lot of, homeless men, and they'll say I'm a veteran, and it's like this person, they served their country, and they come back, and you mean you're not gonna take care of them? USA Online, is it really? I've been recent on some mental health and drugs. No one wants to take them in because of that. Supersonic, how you doing? I'm so sorry to hear that, Specolics. Gary, welcome in. How you feeling today? I remember when they shut down all the mental health clinics in the 80s. Being a veteran is tough, so slow. Yeah, it's. I have quite a few veterans in my life. My dad was a Marine. Uh, my grandfather was an airman. My closest friend, she was in the Navy. My nephew is going to the Air Force, so I got a lot of. I have a my stepbrother. He was in the Navy. I got quite a few people in my life that have served, and I've been to the VA hospital with Maria when she needed to get, be seen by a doctor, and they real slow about doing stuff. I'm happy to meet you here, too. Here, how you doing, Tim? It's sad. Will, how are you? Welcome in. Good morning to you, Focus. What's good, Super Sunny? Mmm. Rob, how are you? Thank you, Focus, for the heartening. Thank you for the compliment on my hair. Kelvin, welcome in. I am Mr. Tony. Daryl, how are you? Mm-hmm. I still got my tiny house. I came to town to see my family. I will be back tomorrow. I just celebrated my 11th year anniversary, tiny house off-grid living. You're very welcome, Will. You good, Kelvin? Good morning to you. Yeah, I'm still tiny house dwelling. Son of Destiny, how are you? Yeah, I'm probably going to be off-grid living. Hopefully for the rest of my life. It is the life for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's not so much tiny house living. I enjoy my tiny house. I do. But it's the off the grid part that I really have fallen in love with. Yeah. It's the off the grid part. But I like the tiny house. I don't need a lot of space. We don't need a lot of space. But yeah, it's been 11 years. I pray that I can continue to do it for the rest of my life. What part of the U.S.? Texas. I'm in Texas. Italian American. I'm discussing with the administration. Of course, I understand. Yeah. You said about who is we? What do you mean? Pickle Rick, how you doing? Good morning to you. Rashid, my day is going well. How is your day? How you feeling? But I'm in Atlantic City for the summer. How's it going over there? I have two daughters. Me and my two daughters. I have two daughters. We in the tiny house. I have a daughter. She's 12, and the other one will be 19 September. Papito, how you doing? How is Hill Country in Texas? I would say as for land. Hill Country is beautiful. I'm not from. Maybe Brent and Mike would know more about that area. I don't know. Maybe it's closer to them. I don't know. But it's a bit of ways from me. It's beautiful. I like that area. If you into off-grid living, Texas is one of those places. It's very easy to, you get land outside city limits unrestricted, they're not gonna bother you. You want to go 93.7% on one more? No, thank you, Rob. It wouldn't be no. It wouldn't be. No, I'm good. I'm happy with my two girls. The government one day tried to outlaw off-grid living because of data centers. Yeah, that is a possibility. That's why I say I pray that I'll be able to for the rest of my life. I'm doing good, Pickle Rick. I'm doing very good. How was your weekend? Very relaxing being near the shore. Yeah, it's a lot of people. A lot of people live off grid, but they just under the radar. I'm good, Alan. How you feeling today? Michael, welcome in. All is well with me. I hope all is well with you. You had a good start to your day. I like living off the grid. It's not a whole lot different than being on the grid. I have electricity, I have water. I just go about getting it a different way. And when there's something going on with the grid, it doesn't affect me. Like when there's you know, storm or something like that, inclement weather, I still have power. Better support in the UK then. Oh, how was it over there, spec colleagues? Like the Native Americans on the reservations? I'm mixed Prince. Nothing much, Alan. We talking about homelessness. We talking about living off the grid. We talking about just what's going on in the world, what's going on in America. Veterans not having the support that they deserve, that they need. You want to go back to London? How long were you in London? It's great over there. My mom is black. She a sister. She got Native American on both sides. No, not Creole. She got Native American on both sides. And then one person, my great grandfather was Puerto Rican, tiny bit, right? My dad's side, they are Scottish and English. Now, earlier this year, I did my ancestry, and the native part didn't come out, which I know that to be in there because it's on both of it's on my mom's side. Like once her dad's side was registered with the tribe, and it's on my her mother's side too. But I didn't inherit that. But what I did find out that I didn't know that there's Irish on my mom's side and Lithuanian. So about close to 60% of my DNA coming from Europe, and the other part is different parts of Africa. The other 40% is coming from different parts of Africa. After the administration is gone. No, I'm not Dominican. I do speak Spanish. My grandfather spoke Spanish. I speak Spanish. Nobody else in my family speaks Spanish except I do. Yeah, I'm not Dominican. Well, like I said, one person was Puerto Rican, but that didn't even show up in my DNA. The Scottish part, that Irish, so Irish on both sides of my family, my mom and my dad's side, but different parts of Ireland. Lithuanian on my mama's side. In other words, you're white with a touch of black. Well, I guess there's a little bit, slightly bit more white than there is black, but my mama is a black woman. Okay, I was raised by a sister. Yeah. I acknowledge. I celebrate both sides. To me, being raised by a black woman is the blackest thing that you can do. You can't get no more blacker than that. Having a black mama. I'm drinking coffee, but I celebrate. My mom taught me growing up to acknowledge both her and my dad. So they both made me. My mama got a little bit of Irish, a little bit of Lithuanian, but Altrick, how are you? How you doing? Lisa Bonet, I get that sometimes. She's beautiful, so I don't mind that. That's pretty black, Terry. Yeah, my mama was she a sister. She got locks, brown skin, beautiful. She beautiful. What is the time now? It's 10:41. It's 10:41. Good morning to you, James. Prince said, "Is it because the male gene is stronger?" I don't know. I know on my hospital records. Okay, my hospital records it says that I'm Caucasian, and I've tried to see about getting that changed. They say you can change it on some things, but it's not gonna. That's years of it being like that, and I've been told just by people at the hospital, they're gonna put you at whatever your dad is. I don't know, but I've wanted to, I've requested. So like when I graduated high school, I tried to apply for like grants and stuff like that. They denied me because um, I tried to do grants for like minorities. They wouldn't give it to me because of that. Yeah, couldn't get no type of minority. That kind of sucked. But I don't know. But yeah, all my hospital, all my medical stuff. It don't say Bose. It says Caucasian. John Mexico, how you doing? Was signed by Irish natives, mixed use, but always broken the government. Yeah, they go by what my dad is, so it can't. I didn't really pay attention to it. I guess I didn't notice until I had my daughter, and I was like, "Why does it say that?" And I was talking to a nurse about it, and that's when they told me. I said, "Can I get that changed? Like, I don't want to go by just one. Can I add my mom's side, or can I put other? Is there a way that I can put mixed race or something like that?" They say you can. It's not gonna change. There's years of medical records. I say that because hospital make mistakes. Tropico, how are you? Welcome in. Let's see. Let me scroll back up. I don't think it showed your comment, Mike. I don't see it. Yeah, mixed race. When people ask me what I am, that's why I say I'm mixed. I'm not. Both of my parents contribute to who I am. I'm not gonna go by one or the other. Just hollering at you guys. When are you gonna work the miraculous? I'm already God. What you mean, Webster? Michael, I appreciate you. I'm not married. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Tritonic. Thank you, Gary Davis. Jay, how's it going? It is. It's kind of like anytime you fill out any type of paperwork throughout your life, driver's license, all kinds of stuff. For school, all kinds of stuff, and they want to know what race you are. It's just like, oh. Now they've changed it to where you can put mixed race or more than one race. I have visited North Carolina. I love the Carolinas. But for a long time, like when I was growing up, you couldn't do that. You had to choose one or the other. 3/4 black, Indian, and white. Now they've changed it a bit. Two men are suing hospital now because they switched their birth. Whoa. Yeah, them hospitals be making mistakes. We'll be more upset about that too. It sounds. Yeah, it's a little. How are you gonna choose a person that has, parents that are from different races, different ethnicity, different cultures, and you mean you gotta tell them they gotta choose? Which one do they choose? A 90s R&B star? How you doing, Jeremy? I don't like that, but now they have changed it. I look like Jackify. Before or after plastic surgery? Well, typically in our generation, earlier they go off the father. That's what I've been told. That's what I was told when I questioned about it. They go by both parents criteria. Yeah. I didn't mean it in a mean way, but I'm just wondering. Good night to you, Peter. Yes, that's what I was told. Why did my birth certificate mom told, don't you dare? Yeah. And also, so my blood type is B negative. And my mom said when she gave birth to me that the nurse made a big deal about it. And my mom's like, I didn't know anything about blood types or whatever. But if you look up, um, like the blood types and the different races that have that blood type, um, yeah, B negative is like the second rarest blood, and it tend to be people from Europe have more of that blood type. That's my understanding. But even with that, I still got a black mama. I want to acknowledge her. I still have a black mama. That's my mom. Like I don't want to go. I want to be acknowledged as both. I don't. I want to be viewed as both. I am a mixed race person. You O positive? 13 A's, welcome in. 13 A's, thank you for liking the live. Dion, how's it going? But I don't know. User 502, how's it going? When my daughter had to go get her driver's license, her permit, they had the questions about the race and the ethnicity. She had to choose her race and then she had to choose her ethnicity, and she's looking at me, she's like, Mama, what do I put? Because I guess whatever she put at first, when she got up there to the desk, they're like, no, you can't do that, you gotta choose. She's like, Mama, what do I do? And she was trying to talk to me, and the lady at the desk was like, no, you gotta decide. I'm gonna tell the lady, she ain't taking her test, she just trying to understand how to fill out the paperwork. I may be big, but my hair screams one. Yeah, well, people would argue with that too, true. It depends on what I do with my hair, though. I would agree with that too. You could tell, like, some people, they don't know what I am. I'm like, but you could look at my hair and tell, but it depends on what I do with my hair. And. But even with that, I got different textures of hair on my head, all on one head. From the Horn of Africa to the Blackfeet tribe, North Dakota. On the law is the lowest standard. Thank you, she's so fab. I don't know, everybody, since I have been on TikTok, everybody, majority of people that come in here, not everybody, but it's a lot of people that come in here, they like to tell me what I am. And I don't really, a lot of people say, oh, you look like this or you look like that, or they'll ask me what I am, and then when I tell them, they be like, well, you look like this. I'm like, well, why'd you ask what I am? It's not strict in New York. That's horrible. It's a Texas thing. Russell, how you doing? Fusion, welcome in. You're indigenous to the Americas. He's backhand complimenting you. It's okay. I didn't take offense to it. If it is offensive, my mods will, take care of it. I understand people have a lot of mix there. So one time, I don't know why this one is stuck in my mind, but I've had a few individuals come on and say, not for me to say that I'm mixed race, that I am whatever my dad is, and I say my little bit. And one guy was like, if you were to hold up a picture from Africa next to you, he said that I look more European. But I would argue with that. People look different from different parts of Africa. They don't all look the same over there, right? They got different hair textures over there. But he was still like on that, like, if you were to hold up a picture from a woman from Africa, your skin and even your hair texture is different, and it leans more to European. But I'm like, that's it is a very black and white way to view, I guess, people. But it's like majority of people kind of categorize people like that. There's some people, they're mixed, you can't tell. No, I wasn't talking about you, 13 Ace. Rose, how you doing? Andrew, welcome in. Russell, The weather is hot. I just like that you're I know I appreciate you, John Mexico. Russell, New Manuel. It's hot over here. Lisa Bonet, Dan Cipher and great grandfather times removed. You're probably one of the nicest mixed person. Really? Wild and mean? They mean? It's it's different parts, Jeremy. I don't got my little, DNA little report in front of me. Um, but it was just like different parts, little percentages from different parts, but it totaled like 40 something percent. Amen for the mass media, every secret, even the secret been out there, but never catch the pearls among swine. I understand what you mean, Webster. Shaquille, how you doing? I'm doing good, Shaquille. I look like your type, Crip Blue. Yeah, you can ask me for advice, Michelle. Yeah, I agree, Jeremy. It shouldn't matter. Dion, how you doing? I'm scrolling back trying to catch all your comments. Is Israelita? Why do people still pick on the color of skin? I was born and raised in South Africa. I'm white, but if I wasn't, what's the problem? Um, it mattered. I mean, it matters to people. People pay attention to it. They place you in a group. They put stereotypes on people from certain races. I mean, everybody does it. Maybe certain groups do it more than others. I would say I feel like it, but it's just that's just the way it is. Yeah. Mike said U.S. history, also African history. The wind sound pretty. South Africa is a problem, and we don't have to explain why. Blessings to you, user JT. I'm doing good. Christos, how are you? To another country or live there? I see you, Denzel. Thank you, 13 Ace. I appreciate you guys. You guys have given me so much support. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about some more stuff. Let's look at science articles. Let's look at some science articles. Woo. Okay. It's 90 degrees right about now. Trigger saying the cause division. I would agree with that. The cause division. It is for division. Which Africans I love the most? I love everybody. I don't care what you are. I don't really care what you are. I look at people as people. How's your character like? What's your morals? How do you treat other people? I don't do that. I love everybody. You from Mexico? ¿Qué parte de México? Amen. I am a child of God. There you go. We are all brothers and sisters in Christ. When I die, it ain't gonna matter what color my skin was. You will know them by their fruit. Amen. When I die, it ain't gonna matter what color my skin was. How did I treat people? Did I know God? Did God know me? Did I tell people? Did I spread his love with the people that I encountered? That's what's gonna matter. When I had my near-death experience, my race, what I look like, didn't come up not once. You from Tijuana? Yeah, I speak Spanish, Emmanuel. Jesse, how's it going? Thank you, Rich. I appreciate you. Welcome in, Jesse. How are you? Blessings to you, Rich. Probably because my ex is from there. I did her wrong. What did you do, Russell? What did you do? Peter, good night to you. What did you do, Russell? And Derek, thank you for the follow. Why you do it like that, Russell? You say you are lie. You need to choose one or two. Well, can he still hear me? That dude. That is exactly what we talking about. That's exactly what Mike talking about. It's not just a U.S. thing. It's that is crazy work. What did it feel like? It was scary. I was trying to control it, trying to process things. Al, how you doing? Cover girl look. Out of body experience. I would like to hear about them sometime, Al. It was with the birth of my youngest daughter. I got two girls, and with the youngest one, I struggled. Jubilee, how you doing? I struggled trying to bring her into this world. Jovan, Russell, did you tell her that you were sorry? Did you try to make amends, make it up to her? Or at least try to? You did? Is it your children's mother? Yeah, I flatlined with the birth of my youngest daughter. It was a very traumatic experience. Very, very traumatic experience. And but it was also one of the most profound experiences. But you know, it I've always been a Christ follower ever since I was a little girl. I've always, since I can remember, tried to follow Jesus. And but what it did for me, it changed my perception on time. The way I view time. I used to be a workaholic. I worked every single day. I didn't turn down jobs. I had a small business and I worked. I was always working, trying to save money, trying to make money because I grew up poor. And so I started working at 13. And everything that I've had, I got it because I worked for it. I had two jobs in high school. I just worked. I knew how to work, and I have good work ethic. So I knew how to work. I started my business. Just how you doing? And I worked very hard. And I think I worked too much. So after that experience, I saw there's a couple things leading up to that. Um, I had my business broken into. I lost a lot. A cousin stole a decent amount of money from me. That hurt. And no, I said what? Mama Ogini. Mama Ogini. And just leading up to that, and then that happened, and I was like, I'm working so hard, and I'm away from my baby, and I'm trying to make money, but I'm like, if something were to happen to me, yeah, maybe I can leave her money, but she wouldn't have me. Was it painful? It was painful. Every bit of it was painful. It was even after the experience, I couldn't breathe on my own. I was struggling to breathe. I would fall asleep and I would stop breathing. I had to be in the hospital for a little bit. I was going through it. Yeah. I was going through it. I had to have an emergency C-section because my water, I had went more than 24 hours with my water being broken, and I started becoming septic. And so they told me I was gonna have to have an emergency C-section. And yeah, they started cutting me, and I could feel it, and it went downhill from there. And but my vision went out and my hearing went out, but I was trying to control it. I am rich in spirit. Feel guilty? Why would I feel guilty about it? I don't feel guilty about it. I didn't do anything wrong. but um yeah, God blessed me to be able to come, be able to still be here. I knew I got to a space where I knew I could talk to God. And I told him, I said, God, no, what about my mom? What about my daughter? They need me. And as soon as I said that, I don't know what you're reading, Messiah, because I not once felt guilty about that experience. Yeah, I got both of my girls, and the people that I wanted to come back here for are the people that I am the closest to, and that I know that if something were to happen to me, their lives would have been affected greatly. My mom would have struggled. She would have survived because, that's what people do, but she would have struggled a lot. Yaya would have, she would have struggled a lot too. Yo Yo, she would have been alright because she wouldn't have never known me. But Yaya, my mom and Yaya, their lives would have been greatly affected. Yeah, so, but I'm just blessed. Every day I wake up, I tell God, thank you. I'm so blessed to be here. And no matter what I go through, no matter what I face, I know that God is with me and I can overcome it. I know that I can overcome it. So, I've been through some stuff, some horrible things in this life. And, some stuff still is painful. It still hurts. But I'm like, God, you have blessed me. I may not have everything that I, desire, but I got more than what I need. About anxiety, go through that. So, but I'm blessed. I can walk, I can talk. To be healthy is a beautiful and rich thing. How you doing, Andrew? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, to be able to walk and talk, I can smell flowers. I can smell perfume. I can smell lavender. I can see the blue sky. I can see the birds. I can hear the birds. I can hear the sounds. I can move around. I'm healthy. Like, that is a gift. I can spend my time out in nature doing what I want to do. It is a gift. I'm healthy. My girls are healthy. My parents are healthy. My mom is living. My dad is living. That's a gift. And I can come visit my mama whenever I want to. I can call her up, me and her talk. If I'm not here, we talking on the phone every single day, multiple times a day. That's a blessing. Some people, they don't have their mom. They miss their mom. They don't have their mama. But I got my mom with me, and I got my two girls, and I have a good relationship with my girls. We're close. That's a blessing. So all that makes me rich. You know. So I'm very blessed. I got friends. I got you guys. I know you all are praying for me and wishing me well. That makes me rich. Both, how's it going? Blessings to you, Pastor. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you, thank you. Matthew, how are you? I'm blessed. I'm blessed overly and abundantly. I know I'm blessed. I got a safe place to live, a little house. May not be a big one, but I got a house. where I can be comfortable and safe. You know, I have what I need. I am, um, I feel like I live a life of luxury with all these things. So, King Energy, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. But now we get to come here and have fun. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Always pray. Never underestimate the power of prayer. Always pray and pray for your family. Pray for those that you care about. Pray, 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 pray. As often as possible. If you feel yourself worrying, pray about it. Talk to God about it. Pray. Pray over your parents. Pray over your siblings, your loved ones, your friends. Just pray. Keep your loved ones covered under prayer. Just pray. Pray over yourself. Pray over your home. Pray over your vehicle. I'm constantly praying over everything. So I was telling my family about this yesterday. My inverter on my house, it was only supposed to last for a few years, right? And I've been in my house for 11 years. That thing was only supposed to last a few years. Now, there have been times where it has started making a noise and I couldn't figure out how to turn off the noise. And I've called the company, right, the manufacturer, and be like, hey, can you help me troubleshoot this? And I always get the same woman. And she was like, to be quite honest, that shouldn't have lasted you that long. And she was like, I don't know, but it shouldn't have lasted. And I run it all the time. So the inverter was made not to be ran all the time, and it wasn't supposed to last all the time. I won't run it 24/7 for the last 11 years, and it worked. And she was like, what have you done? I'm like, you want me to be honest with it? I pray over it. And she was like, really? I'm like, yeah, I pray over everything in my house. My power box on my side of my tiny house that houses all my batteries and my inverter and my charge controller. Every so often, I walk around my house and I touch everything. I touch my power box. I touch my water tank that stores all my water. And I pray and I thank God for everything. I thank Him for allowing it to work as it was designed to work. And I fully believe that my inverter has worked so long because I thank God for it and I pray for it. So, like, I'm a firm believer. Like, I walk around my house anytime I'm gonna be gone for a few days or gone on like a trip. I walk around it. I touch the walls, everything outside, and I ask God to cover it and keep it safe. When I come back home, I walk around and I pray over it. I go inside, I touch all the walls, everything, and I pray over it. And I thank God for it because I'm looking at something that I didn't have at one point, that I was seeking God and having faith that God will provide it for me. And now I have it, and I think that it's important, whatever God has blessed you with, even after you have it, to still praise God and thank Him for it. Because at any time you can lose it. Did you pray for your inverter to convert? No. But I think whatever you have, whether it be your home, your vehicle, whatever that you pray and sought God for and He bless you with it, even after you have it, you still thank God for it because He is still allowing you to have it. So I pray for everything. Whenever we get a heavy rain, I go outside to my water tank, I touch it, I thank God for blessing me with the rain because that's how we shower. I use that water to cook with, to bathe, everything. I ask God to, you know, I thank Him for it, blessing me with it. I ask Him to purify it. Now I have filters, right? And stuff like that to keep the water clean and safe for me to use it. But I just thank God for everything. I thank Him for the trees providing shade. All of these things are little gifts from God. And I think it's important I want God to know that I know that I don't have this on my own. I know that everything I have is because He has allowed me to have it. I don't never, not for 1 minute, want to think or have, I know that it didn't come from my own hands. I ain't, I may have worked a little bit, but who allowed me to work? Who gave me this body and this strength that I could work to get it? So I say all that. Pray over your stuff, your vehicles. Touch them tires. Touch that engine. Everything. Just cover. You got some blessing oil. Drop a little bit on the hood of your car. Your children got vehicles. Do that too. Whenever you see them, cover that car. And tell them every time they get behind the wheel to pray. Before they leave, pray. And walk around your home. Bless your home every now and then. Open up all the doors. You feel the energy shift if you've had company, and you feel the energy shift after you had company. Open the doors or windows and say, whatever is not of God, I command you to leave. Fill your home. Write scriptures down and tuck them in little places. Okay, let me catch up on the comments. Thank you both. I appreciate you. Gratitude is your reward. Gone through a lot and something a lot. You're right, Michelle. You helped me build more confidence. Oh, that makes me so happy, Boat. That makes me so happy. Praying after my dad died. I do still pray every day when I leave my house, and I think he put you in the way, my grand. Yeah, pray. It can be hard when especially when we experience a loss, to kind of turn away from God or to pull away. But even in the midst of your loss, God is with you in your suffering. And the wonderful thing about it is that doesn't have to be the end. You lose a loved one. That doesn't have to be the last time you encounter them. Who made the earth so we can work it? Who made the sun to grow our food and keep us alive? Thank you, Mike, for the roses. You're very welcome, Russell. I'm constantly praying, thanking God for everything, because I know, as good as I try to be, I cannot be a good person. It's God who shows me how to be good. I don't know how to do. There's nothing good about me on my own. I'm a sinful person. I don't know how to do good. I don't know how to be kind, compassionate, loving, but it's through God, my relationship with God, that shows me, that guides my spirit and gives me the desire to be kind, loving, patient, Suffering is a refining fire. Is how you're sanctified. Yeah, but you're very right. She's so fab. But it's also, Christ suffered. He was beaten. He was humiliated. He was lied on. They were constantly trying to just catch him slipping. He was so brutally beat. And everything that he dealt with temptation, everything that we have gone through. There's sometimes I'm like, man, it sucks. Why do I gotta go through this? And I think about, I'm like, Christ went through it. Everything that we have experienced in this life, he went through it. And it's like, if he can go through it and he didn't even deserve it. I'm a sinful person, right? So if he can go through it and he suffered, to experience what he experienced, and on a smaller scale, to know how much he loves. So I'm like, Christ went through it and he was without sin, but he went through it to save my spirit, to save my soul. Yeah. What he gave up for us. So I don't know what people fully think about it. Would you go to hell for someone? Think about that. Would you be brutally beat when you know you have the power to stop it? Would you sacrifice yourself for another person? Would you go to hell for another person? Cat of nine, he was beat with a cat of nine tails. Just imagine, not to be too graphic, but every time he was being hit with it, his flesh was being ripped out. And he took it. He took it. Do you know anybody in your life that loves you that way? That loves you unconditionally? We don't have to do anything to deserve that love. It's a free gift. All you gotta do is accept it. I don't want to go to the store for most other people. All we have to do is just accept it. That's it. You just gotta accept it. And through accepting it and you developing your own relationship with God, that relationship, and if you fully experience, if you allow yourself to fully experience God's love, it will transform you. Your desires will line up with his desires, and it'll change you. It's not about laws, it's not about rules, because when you know just how much God loves you, when you fully experience that love, you'll have the desire to change, because you're like, God loves me this much. Your desires will change. God gives us free will. People are like, this is a question that I've had. Why are horrible things happening in this world? God gave us free will. God gave man and woman free will to do with it as we so choose. And a lot of times we choose to commit horrible acts against each other. But God had it planned out from the very beginning. He already had a plan. My shit exhausted. Asking if you're very welcome, Michelle. I hope your shower can get fixed soon. You know, Michelle, I don't know. They have camping showers where it's like a 5-gallon bag. You can put water in it and it have a nozzle, or a simple way you can do it, you can go to like a garden store and get the thing for watering. You know what you call it? You water the garden with it. You pour water. They're like 2 gallons. You can fill it up with water, hot water, and get in your, your shower and pour water on you, scrub down, wash your hair, right? Fill it up with water and then pour it over you. How you doing, Bobby? Good afternoon, McWally. It's an option. You do what you gotta do to stay clean. McWally, thank you for the roses. I forgot about my coffee, y'all. The question is in the book of Habakkuk, God answered him. Yeah, he did answer. I've been good, Bobby. He asked God, you see what these people are doing? You just not gonna do nothing? You just letting them do whatever. I'm accomplished and I'm allowing this to accomplish my will, my purpose. It's getting hot out here. Thank you for coming to my sermon this morning. I didn't mean to preach to y'all like that. Travis, welcome in. Not gonna lie, I fell asleep in the back. Deacon Mike, you better wake up, sir. And he said, judgment is coming to all of them. He did not forget. God don't forget nothing. He don't forget your love and your kindness, and he doesn't forget the evil deeds you have done. Whatever you reap, you sow. And it's never in the season that you sow. A lot of people think that They've done stuff. I'm like, oh, it's been 5, 10, 15 years. I'm cool. No. Woke up when I heard 13 cases spirit. Speaking the truth. Thank you, Michael. Deacon Mike, you need to wake up. Dale, thank you for the follow. Dakota, welcome in. I hope I can be of encouragement to those that need it. Life is hard. It's harder for some people. Some people are really struggling. T baby, welcome in. Dale from Toledo, Ohio. How's the weather up there? Do they are getting away with anything? Wrath is coming, judgment is coming. He doesn't lie. Yeah. God don't forget anything. It's all in His time, and we may not understand it. I'll ask God sometimes, like, God, this person getting away with this. I know you see this. Come on, God, I need you to hurry up. I talk to God, like, God, what you doing? I know, you say vengeance is yours, but when you gonna do it, God? Beautiful. Thank you, Dale. I know God was like, Tyler, who are you telling? Who are you talking to? I know what I'm doing. All right, okay, God, I just want to make sure. You're a God-fearing man. That's wonderful. Oh, it's okay, Dakota. It's okay. No worries. That's all right. We just hanging out this morning. I'm enjoying this heat. Thank you for the heart, me. How you doing, Louis? Beauty. How you feeling today? Ronald, how are you? Terrence, how's it going? Dexter, welcome in. Please keep doing what you're doing. Oh, thank you, T baby. I appreciate you. Thank you, She's so fab. I hope you have a blessed day and a blessed week. Thank you for hanging out. I have Instagram. I got Instagram. It's a Little Joppa Tiny House. Joppa Tiny House. It's all one word. Little Joppa Tiny House. Joppa Tinyhouse. Jermaine, how you doing? I was great on Fresh Prince. You talking about Karen? Is it Karen Parks? That's her name? Rodney, welcome in. All right, y'all. Let's read some science articles. Let's see what's going in. All right. The Perseid meteor shower is here, and sky watchers. Karen Parsons. There you go. The Perseid meteor shower is here, and sky watchers could see up to 100 shooting stars per hour. So those of y'all that like to night gaze, this one is for you. This year's display is expected to be one of the best in years because the peak coincides with a new moon, leaving the skies darker and making even the smallest meteors easy to spot. All right, Mike and 13, y'all hear it? I see you, Louis. Thank you, 13. All right. A meteor, let's see. Sky watchers get ready for one of the year's most popular meteor showers is back and to set light up the August night sky. I don't wish for anything. I just stand out there or lay outside and just enjoy God's creation. Scott, how's it going? The Perseid meteor shower is one of the most anticipated astronomical events of the year. The annual shower is known for producing bright, fast-moving meteors and bright fireballs as Earth passes through a trail of debris left behind. Comet 109P/Swift-Tuttle. The Perseids are active from July 17th through August 24th, but the best viewing is expected during the peak from August 12th until the 13th. Under clear, dark skies, observers could see up to 100 meteors per hour along with fireballs. Now, I've seen fireballs. Has anybody seen fireball? Grandpa Jr., how you doing? Good morning to you. You wishing for world peace? That's a wonderful wish. Scott G, thank you for the heart me. And $1,000,000. This year's display is expected to be one of the best in years because the peak coincides with a new moon, leaving the skies darker and making even the smallest meteors easier to spot. According to the American Meteor Society, the meteors are called the Perseids because they appear to radiate from the constellation Perseus, even though they can be seen across much of the night sky. The shower's peaks come just hours after a total solar eclipse visible from parts of Greenland, Iceland, and Spain. A partial solar eclipse will also be visible across portions of Europe and parts of North America, including some areas in the US and Canada. For the best viewing experience, experts recommend heading to a dark location away from city lights and street lamps. Allow your eyes 20 to 30 minutes to adjust to the darkness. Avoid looking at your phone and look up after midnight through the hours before dawn for the greatest chance of spotting a shooting star. Whether you're an experienced stargazer or simply looking to make a wish on a shooting star, the Perseid meteor shower is one of the summer's most spectacular celestial displays. So it's going on from right now to August. Let me scroll back up. August 24th, July 17th to August 24th, but the best viewing is expected during August 12th to 13th. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, Jay. So you can try to go out there and catch it, at nighttime. But the best time to catch it is August 12th to the 13th. I will remind y'all as we get closer. Don't worry. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the I'll remind you. What direction? It didn't say. So usually what I do, now sometimes it'll tell you which direction to look at. But usually what I do is I just go out either on my deck or I lay on top of my trampoline, put a blanket up there, and I just kind of lay up and just kind of not focus on one place, just kind of look all over. I think that's the best way to catch it. If you got a comfortable chair, you can kind of lean back and just kind of, don't focus on one, just kind of look all over. Kelly, welcome in. How are you? Let's see what else. Mike, thank you for the Go Populars and the Super Populars. Man, did you see BTS perform at the FIFA Brent? I didn't watch it. Wayne, good morning to you. Did y'all see BTS perform? I ain't see it. You watched it with Bria? Oh, was it good? I didn't watch it. I'll go on YouTube to watch it. I didn't watch it. It was great. Oh, Nabil, how are you? How you feeling today? Welcome in. I'm gonna watch it today. So tonight is movie night. We're gonna be watching I Am Legend. 8:30 we start. Maybe 8:15. Maybe I come on 8:15 so we can actually start at 8:30. So I'm in the high desert and will have to leave the city going west. No street lights. In the area I am in out. There's no street lights, so I just go outside. Don't take my phone, or not look at my phone. I just lay there for a little bit. Sometimes I put on music, just lay there looking up at the sky. Okay, I got a science article. You start at 10? Or you want me to start it at 10? No, I don't want it. It's too late. No. Shakira was there? She was at the halftime show at FIFA? No, we not started at 10. This one, okay, I got another science article. This one is from Space Daily. What dates again? So you can view it now until the 17th of August, but the best time to view it, they say, is from the August 12th to the 13th. But probably when I go back home, I'll go out there a couple of nights and see if I can see, anything, and I'll let you guys know. You can do poetry till midnight. We can watch it, eat snacks. So I'm thinking here pretty soon, I'm gonna switch stuff up a little bit. Like, 1 week I wanna not do our schedule. Like, we can still do the Bible, do Wednesday Bible nights. But maybe a couple nights we can do movie night. Just watch movies, or we can just listen to music. Now, yeah. I don't know. I have to look and see when. I've been pushing so hard on the YouTube so I can get my watch hours up. All right. What time so Mike, when you go into work, what's the time that you are settled? Is it 10 o'clock? When I go back home, I can push the time back sometimes. But here, eventually they didn't do is go to sleep. Pumpy Rain, how's it going? Alright, this article is from Space Daily. In a cave 18 meters below the surface at Moville in Romania, sealed off from the outside world 5.5 million years, biologists have found 48 species that live on hydrogen sulfide and have never seen sunlight. Playing, I've been doing this. Okay. A subterranean ecosystem where toxic fumes sustain life that has evolved into total darkness for millions of years challenges everything we thought we knew about the requirements for survival. 18 meters beneath a dusty patch of scrubland near the Romanian port city of Mangalia, there is a cave whose air would kill you in minutes. The oxygen concentration hovers at roughly half of what your lungs expect. Carbon dioxide runs about 100 times higher than the atmosphere at the surface. Hydrogen sulfide, the gas that gives rotten eggs their smell, hangs in the still air and dissolves into warm milky pools. And in those pools live spiders with no eyes, leeches that have never touched a ray of sunlight, and a centipede with serrated back legs that scientists nicknamed the king of the cave. 48 species, 33 of them found nowhere else on Earth, all of them descended from ancestors that were sealed underground somewhere around 5.5 million years ago when the Messinian salinity crisis was drying out the Mediterranean, not long after the human and chimpanzee lineages had gone their separate ways. It sounds like the upside down. How you doing, Jongo? The place is called Moville Cave, and Romanian workers found it in the 1986 by accident while drilling exploratory boreholes to see whether the ground could hold a power plant. The workers were not looking for biology, they were looking for bedrock. The borehole punched through 18 meters of clay and limestone and broke into a void that had been holding its breath since the late Miocene. When Romanian biologist Christian Lascu descended into the void in 1986, he became the first vertebrate in about 5.5 million years to see the inside of that chamber. The cave sprawls over roughly 240 meters of narrow passageways. At the far end sits a small lake, its surface coated in a pale gelatinous scum of bacteria. Air pockets above the water, known as the bell chambers, are the strangest rooms of all. To reach them, a diver has to submerge, swim under a partition of rock, and surface into a pocket of gas that has been isolated from the atmosphere for the duration of the primate evolution. The gas is deadly. Ammonia, methane, hydrogen sulfide at concentrations that would drop an unprotected human within a few breaths. And yet the water underneath is thick with animals. Almost every ecosystem on Earth's surface runs at its base on photosynthesis. A plant catches a photon, splits a water molecule, fixes carbon, and hands the resulting sugar up the food chain to a beetle or a deer or a person. Take away the sun, in a matter of years, most terrestrial ecosystems collapse. Moville does not need the sun. The food chain there begins with the chemosynthetic bacteria, microbes that draw their energy from oxidizing hydrogen sulfide, methane, and ammonia rather than from sunlight. They form a floating mat on the lake's surface and a thick film on the cave walls. Snails and nematode worms graze the mat. Water scorpions. What the heck is a water scorpion? Robert, how you doing? Louis, how's it going? What is a water scorpion? Leeches, centipedes, and eyeless spiders eat the grazers. What is a water scorpion? The 48 species cataloged in Moville include 33 that live only in the cave. Nearly all of them have lost their pigment. I was wondering about that. Most have lost their eyes. In exchange, evolution has given them absurdly long antennae and legs, sensory tools for a world in which vision is useless and touch is everything. Eyeless spiders, water scorpions. The king of the cave, a centipede described in a 2020 paper, has saw-like most pair of legs. Biologists think it uses them to grip prey the way a fisherman grips a struggling fish. Why 5.5 million years matters. Isolation is what makes Moville scientifically precious. Caves are not rare. Caves with unique fauna are not especially rare either. But a cave whose atmosphere and biota have been sealed away for 5.5 million years is a natural experiment nobody could have designed on purpose. Five and a half million years is enough time for entire lineages to diverge. It is roughly the interval since the last common ancestor of humans and chimpanzees. During that same stretch, the animals of Moville were sitting in the dark, eating bacteria and slowly editing their genomes to match a world in which the sun did not exist. How you doing, Tyrone? Yeah, Louis, you said it with no passion at all. You do realize you can see me and you can hear me, but I can't see or hear you. All I can do is see your name and read your comments. Maybe you getting to see me interact with you, but I can't see you, right? So I don't know you. So as of right now, you're just a name on the screen for me. You had no picture up there. A 2023 paper in Scientific Reports described a new ostracod crustacean. I don't know how to say that name. Pseudocandona movilennis from Movile's sulfidic ecosystem, a tiny shelled animal whose ancestors evidently arrived before the cave sealed and never left. Jesus is Lord. Okay, the bacteria at the base of the food web do not just feed the animals. They also excavate the cave. When they oxidize hydrogen sulfide, one of the byproducts is sulfuric acid. That acid dribbles down the limestone walls and slowly dissolves them, opening the cave chamber by chamber and releasing carbon dioxide from the rock in the process. How you doing, Kingdom? What happened, June? Is that the giant spiderweb cave? No, this one is in Romania. They got eyeless spiders. They got water scorpions. This is why the air inside Mobile carries about 100 times the carbon dioxide of the outside atmosphere. The cave is quite literally being widened by the metabolism of its own inhabitants. So the animals live inside a room that their food is slowly enlarging. That process, sulfidic cave formation, is now understood to have shaped a number of significant cave systems around the world, including parts of the Versace complex in Italy and Lechuguilla in New Mexico. Mobile was one of the first where biologists caught the process in action with an intact endemic ecosystem still running on top of it. This is like a horror story. Ooh, you're scary. The borehole that lets humans in has since been sealed. Only a handful of researchers are permitted to enter Mobile each year for short visits wearing specialist breathing equipment. Part of the reason is safety. The atmosphere really can kill you, and part is contamination. Skin cells, boot mud, exhaled breath, and stray microbes from the surface would all be alien invaders in a system that has been running its own biochemistry undisturbed since before. These names: Australopithecus, Mobile, Alabama, no, Mobile, Romania. An overview of extreme groundwater invertebrates published in Frontiers in Ecology and Evolution puts Mobile alongside other chemoautotrophic and toxic water systems. Did I say it right? Is a laboratory for understanding how animals survive at the edge of what biochemistry permits. Its residents tolerate hydrogen sulfide concentrations that would poison the mitochondria of surface animals within minutes. NASA astrobiologists have been visiting Mobile for years, and the reason is not subtle. If life can build a self-sustaining multi-trophic ecosystem in complete darkness on chemical energy alone, sealed under 18 meters of rock, then the search parameters for life beyond Earth get considerably wider. Europa, Jupiter's ice-locked moon, hides a saltwater ocean beneath a shell of ice several kilometers thick. Enceladus, orbiting Saturn, vents plumes of water and organic molecules through cracks at its south pole. Neither world sees meaningful sunlight at the seafloor. Both are thought to have chemical energy sources. Reactions between rock and water that could, in principle, feed something like a Mobile-style microbial mat. Mobile is proof of concept for that possibility, not a certainty about alien life, but a demonstration that biology does not in fact require a star to power it. If you build a food web on hydrogen sulfide instead of photons, you can still get spiders. Yeah, that sounds kind of, reading a science article. Yeah, right? Okay. Did you ask about seeing her? Did you ask about seeing her? Because that's around the corner. Yeah. What is that right there? Did you smell it? It looks like deal. Sniff it. Let me see it. It's something. I don't know about that, but there are all types of stuff around thermal vents and seafloor. Yeah, I like reading about that. It's something because it smells like something. It's not deal though.
You didn't find it?
No.
Mm.
It tastes kind of like Sherville. You never use deal? I know what the world is hiding. What the world hiding? Life on planets could be very different to ours. Maybe not even carbon based. My bloodline is very rare. You prefer Charlotte's Web. Truck driver listening to your story. How you doing, Robert? Welcome in. Abdullah, how you doing? Third man, how's it going? Humanoid aliens. Thank you, Inspector. Yeah, that's kind of. They said they got leeches. They got eyeless spiders, water scorpions, spider web cave. I don't think I saw it. Water scorpions. They don't look as intimidating as regular scorpions. They still don't look all that great, but scorpions get on my nerves. They're everywhere in Texas. Oh my gosh. It is hot out today. How you doing, barbed wire? Let's look it up. How's your day going so far, barbed wire? Let's look it up. Giant spiderweb cave. Spiderweb cave. You sent me one? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oof. I see. That's not it, Mike. That's not it. Water scorpion, eagle, seahorse? No, right? No. That's different. No, they're different. I will see if I can find it. Then mowing, got it done. And what else? Oh, did you drink you something, barbed wire? DJ Ty Brown, how's it going? Water scorpions are predators. I don't think seahorses are predators. Rez, how you doing, beautiful? It says those scorpions evolved from huge aquatic sea scorpions. Ooh. I'm not a fan of scorpions. Try getting stung by a scorpion. You won't be a fan of it either. I like seahorses. They're so cute. The males carry the babies. I was always fascinated. I spilled my coffee with that. I was always fascinated with that when I was little. I spilled my coffee. Dang it. Not all of it, but a good majority. Dang it, and I got it on my dress. Fudge. Tabby wasn't paying attention. I guess I gotta wash my dress when I get off the live. Darn it. How you doing, Robert? Fudge, man. Thank you, Mickey. I'm from Texas. Oh, okay. You put it on community page? Let me go look at it. If the seahorses, are you 50-50? We have too many spiders. Yes, we do, Robert. Here at my other job, about to leave in a bit. Enjoy the rest of the day. I am doing good. It's hot out here. It's hot out here. Tim, how you doing? Welcome in. Let's see. Community. Oh, I see. You sent me a video. You don't like bugs? Not used to them? You from Texas also? My day is going good, Dia.
HEB delivers your Texas favorites in as little as 2 hours with lowered fees and more time slots than ever.
We're talking about spider.
Under a great big nope. Spelunkers found a giant spider super city in a cave on the border of.
I can't play it on here because then they might get me for copyright. How you doing, son? Spain won FIFA. Richard, welcome in. Spain won FIFA. Spain won FIFA. Peace to you, Richard. Blessings to you. I'm not a big fan of spiders. I don't mind them. I'm okay with some spiders, but Texas got some creepy ones. Next FIFA Cup matches is 2030. Ooh. It's taking over your stuff. FIFA World Cup. Okay, one more article. Let's see what Tabby can find. Did y'all see on Australia? Someone had quadruplets and they're identical. Did you enjoy it, son? All right, Mr. Friend, I'll see you. Thank you for popping back in. Thank you, Mike. How is Mr. Friend doing today? He seemed like he's okay. He came in a few times and he just left. He seemed like he's okay. We prayed for him last night. Men's FIFA silver boot. Thank you, Robert. Blessings to you. I hope you have a lovely day. He seemed like he's okay. Better today, Al. Kev, how's it going? Okay, let's see. This one is about the flu virus. You working out? Last article for the day. This one is from phys.org. Phys.org. Scientists map how the flu virus rewires the human cell from the inside. Researchers at EMBL Hamburg and collaborators at the Leibniz Research Institute for Molecular Pharmacology have mapped how the influenza A virus rewires infected human cells in unprecedented detail. To do this, researchers use a customized experimental workflow to directly observe how proteins interact inside intact infected cells. Every year, seasonal influenza kills up to 650,000 people globally and causes serious illness for 3 to 5 million individuals. I didn't realize it was so many. The influenza, Mike, I'm sure you knew that. The influenza, a virus in particular, has been responsible for several pandemics, including the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic. When the virus infects cells, it releases its genetic material called RNA, which contains blueprints for a handful of proteins. These proteins then spread throughout the whole cell and repurpose its molecular machinery to make more viruses. Is he doing one-on-one? So Al, he prays. He is Muslim. He's Muslim. But he said he prays. But I will preface with that he is Muslim. Scientists want to understand the process in detail because it will help in designing better drug therapies and vaccines against the flu virus. That's why it's crucial to figure out how proteins of the flu virus interact with the proteins of host cells and subvert them to meet the virus's needs. This is the first time scientists have mapped direct virus host protein contacts at scale inside intact influenza infected cells with enough structural detail to model how the proteins fit together. Taurus scores win and gold. I saw a bit of it, son. Our work provides a new way to study flu-host interactions in their native context and with structural insight. The current results are a snapshot of a moment during infection, and they open the door to studying flu-host interactions across the entire infection cycle. Studying protein-protein interactions in action during infection is easier said than done. Most previous studies relied on biochemical methods that shared one limitation. The cells had to be broken open before the interactions could be measured. Once the cell's compartments were gone, the proteins that were never in contact inside the cell could meet in the test tube, and fragile or location-specific contacts could be lost. It was then hard to know which interactions actually happened inside an infected cell. Oh, okay. All right, Riz. I hope you have a lovely day. This is when we learned that our collaborators had developed a specialized version of cross-linking mass spectrometry. Yeah, it's funny. I am like, I read this article. XL-MS, a long-established technique for mapping protein contacts tailored specifically to virus-infected cells. This was a critical breakthrough. It allowed researchers to do what previous methods couldn't, including capturing short-lived and location-specific interaction. XL-MS allows us to capture protein-protein interactions directly in intact infected cells, while also providing structured information about how these interactions are happening. This gives us insight into the interface between the virus and the human cell, and may through structural modeling help identify actionable targets for future pharmaceutical interventions. All right, Riz, I'll be off here in a few minutes. Produce MD, how's it going? By combining the results obtained through XL-MS with computational structure modeling, the researchers could not only identify which viral and human proteins interact, but also predict how they physically fit together. For this, they use a modified version of AlphaFold, the Nobel Prize winning protein structure prediction algorithm. The key advantage of the modified AlphaFold approach is that it allowed us to feed our experimental cross-linking data directly into the structural modeling. This tells the model which parts of the viral and host proteins are close to each other inside infected cells. This was especially useful for viral host complexes, which are often difficult to predict reliably. Published in the Nature Microbiology, the study results uncover two important ways in which the virus hijacks the cells. The first involves this word hemagglutinin, a protein on the virus's surface that uses to bind and enter host cells. The researchers trace how hemagglutinin moves through the cell's internal transport and processing system. This is a network of compartments and modifies and prepares proteins before they are shipped to their final destination. This revealed how host proteins, some with previously unknown functions, help the virus correctly fold and modify hemagglutinin during infection. Hemag is hemagglutinin. Yeah, hemagglutinin. 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 The second involves perispeckles, small droplet compartments in the nucleus. The researchers found that infection by influenza A virus caused the organelles to dissolve, releasing the RNA binding proteins bound with them, which the virus can then use to replicate. Yeah. What surprised us most was the perispeckles. Watching these tiny organelles in the nucleus dissolve consistently across every cell line and every flu strain we tested told us this isn't a side effect of infection. It might be a strategy. There may also be a second benefit for the virus. Some evidence suggests that perispeckles contribute to cellular stress response and antiviral gene regulation, so disrupting them could also weaken parts of the cell's defense response. The work relied on shared infrastructure across 3 institutions. The cross-linking mass spectrometry experiments were run at Charité in Berlin. The glycoproteomics, some of these words, analysis at the EMBL proteomics has to do with blood clumping or sticking. Okay. Dang it, I lost it. Ooh, I lost the article. Take it easy on the women. Producer, how you doing? Alright guys, Tabi gonna go in, it's hot. I need to wash my dress. Hemagglutinin. I think that's how you say hemagglutinin. I gotta go wash my dress since I spilled coffee on it. I will be back on tonight for movie night. We're gonna watch I Am Legend. We're gonna come on, I say 8:15. 8:15, okay? The movie is an hour and 40 minutes long. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Biodegradable soap? Yeah. I got some biodegradable soap. Sometimes I use soap nuts out. I'll be back on tonight, 8:15, okay? Y'all remember 8:15. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Try to stay cool. If you gotta be outside, drink water, alright? Cover your skin up, hats, whatever you gotta do. I hope whatever you do today, you do with a smile on your face and love in your heart. Jesus loves you, and so do I. Thank you, Brent and Mike, for being the best moderators. Y'all pray for Physics Bro. He is heading down to Virginia, so we pray that he has a wonderful and safe trip, him and his wife Valerie. Tabby Gator. All right, y'all, I'll see y'all. Bye bye, guys. All right, Al, I hope you have a lovely day. Y'all be good, okay?